What is going on, guys? It is your boy the Paco Gaming coming at you again with another video, and today we have a post Banlist Doffy deck profile. And let me tell you guys, this deck is absolutely fucking ass, man. This deck is well, it's not garbage, but it's nowhere near how good it was with Jinbei. Like, not even freaking close, guys. Not even in the same realm, not even in the same fucking stratosphere. We've tried to replace the Jinbei with his old buddy. I remember when people thought this card was overpowered. Like, this card used to be like 60-70 bucks because it was so good back in like OP03 or OP04. So we tried the Jinbeis, we tried replacing with Boas, we've even teched in some Mihawks, a bunch of Red Rocks, and you kind of have to build around the 7 Warlords. Like, there's no other engine you can play with this. You have to play like 90% of these cards. And it's just not good enough anymore, guys. Like, that I didn't realize how much that Jinbei was holding them up. Like, I reacted to the ban list, and when I first saw it, I thought Jinbei isn't enough to take this deck down. But honestly, guys, in my opinion, it's gone. Like, there's no reason to play Doffy over a different top tier deck. Like, there is absolutely no reason to stick with this deck. Let me know if you find a better list. Like, if this is working for you, please drop your list in the comment section below. But for me, it feels gutted. Like, it does not feel fast enough. It doesn't feel like you have enough value compared to like Usopp's against the top tier decks in the format, against your Shankses, against your Zoros. It just can't keep up with what it was used to with the Jinbei. So with that being said, guys, I got destroyed. I'm gonna show you one loss and one win today, and just know I lost more than I won. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Our games were on ranked, so it was a little bit more difficult than usual, and we were using the ban list for the ranked games. But yeah, I got destroyed most of the time. With that being said, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. We blew over the past day. We gained like 15 subs. So we're on the quest to 200 subs. So thank you so much for the support, guys. I love you all, and hope you have a good night. And let's get right into the video. Okay, guys, so getting right into game number 1 here, we're going to go up against a Shanks, one of the best decks in the format, if not the best deck now. So here we're going to go ahead and try to use our leader ability. We do not find the Perona or the Buggy on our turn 1, so we're not going to be able to play our 7 Warlords off the rip. He's going to attack for 5. We're going to counter out with our Jinbei. We do find the Perona off the top, so that's a very good start for us. So we're going to use the Perona ability and just make sure we have the Weevil at the front there. So we're going to use our leader ability, play our Weevil, and go from there. Now, we do have the 4-cost Boa blocker, the other 4-cost Boa blocker for our follow-ups for next turn, if we do want to use those to reorder. Likely, we're just going to play the 4-cost 6k Boa blocker, just to make sure we have the right order going ahead, and to establish the 6k body. 6k bodies are so important, and I think that's one of the reasons that Jinbei was so strong, is you were able to play those 6k bodies for free. And the Shanks has a really good answer for us. That 4-cost blocker that KOs a 6k is the perfect answer for any of our 7 Warlords. It's really so good. You get the free block, and then you KO whatever we just played. So very good card against us. Here he's going to play the Zoro, and then we're going to counter out with our Sengoku. And you're going to see, guys, this dude has every answer for us imaginable. Like, we are able to establish nothing. We're able to play, like, he makes us play very uncomfortably. So hats off to this guy. He played really well. Here we're going to play the Boa blocker, make sure we have the orders correct. We can go ahead and put the Crocodile at the front so we can play him off of our leader ability. And we're going to make sure to try to kill the Zoro, swing at him for 8, so the Shanks ability doesn't get our attack to a 6k, and then he can counter out with an easy 2. But he's going to counter out either way. He's going to use Shank's ability and give us 2 2ks. So pretty good trade for us. I'm happy with that. Not something that I am mad about at all. So here he's going to swing 5 at the Crocodile. We're going to go ahead and block for free with our Boa. Then he's going to play down the Dragon, attack us for 7k into our Croc. We're just going to let that go. And guys, the Dragon is like so perfect into this matchup, and we didn't see any of our Red Rocks. Like, we have both of our answers to 7 cost, and Dragon is just sitting there like fuck off. And I don't want to Mihawk the Zoro. I don't want to Doflamingo the Zoro. It just feels bad because he's just going to replay it. It has rush anyway, and we kind of just want to remove it. So he's playing really well, whether intentionally or not. He's playing perfectly around our Mihawk and our Doffy. So here we're going to go ahead and use our Perona ability. I think our only chance here is to spam board. I think that's about all we can do here. So we're going to go ahead and use our leader ability, attach 3 to our Doffy leader. Going to go ahead and swing into the Zoro, and play the Weevil off the leader, draw the Boa. Then we're going to go ahead and just play down one of the Boas and use their ability and place the top 3 accordingly, just so we can use leader ability for the next turn. And the Boadon didn't really end up mattering in the first place anyway. And then he 10 drop Shanks us, those boys. Like, everything he could possibly have to answer what we're doing, he has. And that's like, I feel like old Doffy may have been able to have 1 or 2 characters on board at this point, but we have nothing. And that's kind of like the problem, just going 1 for 1 with your opponent. They're establishing these stronger characters, removing your board at the same time, and we're just not able to keep up. Like, the Jinbei gave you that much more tempo and that much more advantage over your opponent, and we can't do it anymore. It just doesn't work. Maybe I'm overreacting just because this guy has like everything into us, like he has the nuts. But here we're going to swing 11 into the dragon. He's going to go ahead and counter out with the 2k, just because I feel like that was the only chance we had. Like, we literally have nothing in hand. The Mihawks and the Doffys are dead cards against the dragon and the Shanks, and then we just have a 2k and a boa blocker, and then he 10 drop Shankses us, boys. He's going to swing at us for 5, and at this point I concede in my brain, like it's fucking over. There is no chance. Like, I start typing I concede, but I don't want to send it to avoid sounding like a weenie. And there's our red rock. We needed that red rock as soon as he played that dragon. Like, if we had our red rocks available and we go red rock, red rock, red rock, maybe we have a chance. But even with the, like, he had rush, the 10 drop Shanks just KO'd all our board, and we just forfeit immediately. So getting into game number 2, guys, we're going up against a smoker, red-green smoker from OP10. We're going to open up with our buggy, so a better start than last time. He asked post-ban, and I say, of course. I ain't no scum. I ain't no scum still playing Doffy with the ban list out. So yeah, we open up with the buggy. We're going to be able to play our warlord on turn 2. So at least we're opening up better than we did against the Shanks player. So here we're just going to attach 2 Dawn to our leader, swing for 7, and then start placing on top with our boa blocker ability. We can either use the gecko or the boa blocker here, and we're going to choose to play the boa blocker for next turn, just to start establishing those 6Ks. But like, imagine, guys, like, imagine if we opened the Jinbei there and we had a boa blocker in hand. Like, you were having a 5k and a 6k body on board while swinging 7 at your opponent on turn 2 with old Doffy, and you just can't do that anymore. So here we're on our 5 Dawn turn. We know we have the boa blocker coming up, so we're just going to go ahead and attach 3 Dawn, use our leader ability, play the boa blocker, and then order so we can hit one of those Gecko Morias for next turn. We're going to go ahead and swing our 9 at face here. So we're putting a lot of pressure on him even without the Jinbeis. We're going to go ahead and Perona and make sure we are set up exactly how we want to be. So we have 2 Mihawks coming up, and Mihawk can be really, really good into this matchup. Like, they play that smoker, they play some Beckman sometimes, they play 7-drop. They play 7-drop Beckman, 7-drop that Fishman. I forget what his name is, but he has rush and he rests 2 of your characters. So Mihawk can hit a lot of targets into this matchup. Is one of the reasons I'm playing him. So here he's going to swing it at 5 for us, and then he's going to play down his Tony Chopper blocker. Very, very good blocker in red-green. So here we have the Doffy available, so we're just probably going to swing 6 and 5 and then play our 7-drop Doffy and bounce the smoker back to hand. Just trying to tempo him as much as possible. That smoker can put on a lot of pressure with its banish, and it can give active Dawn, so it just makes his turns that much more valuable. Here we're just going to swing 6 with our boa. He's going to go ahead and block with his chopper, and then we're going to swing 5 at face and hopefully get 1 card out of his hand, and then play the Doffy, 7-drop Doffy to bounce back the smoker. That's a very good play for us. Blue's always had like a historically good matchup into green, just because we're able to remove their characters very, very easily and get around their high power and kind of blocking play style and out tempo them in the end. So here he's going to swing 7 at face. I think we're just going to take that. We're not very scared of his pressure right now. And here I messed up, guys. I should have drawn the Mihawk right there. I forgot I ordered it wrong. But if we draw the Mihawk there, we put the Beckman to the bottom and we establish so much tempo. But just a misplay. We'll see if it ends up biting us in the ass in the future. So here we have the 7k Doffy swing. Just a free swing, free 7k. Let's see what he does. He can either block, give us 2 cards, or take the life. And he's going to block and give us a card, so pretty good trade. Like, I'm happy with that. And in hand we have the Laws, we have some Geckos, and a lot of 2Ks. So we could use the Law here to bounce back the Chopper to hand and make him replay it if we want to. But it looks like we're going to use Leader ability and maybe play the Law after Leader ability. Go ahead and swing for 8. get the Gecko, get a Boa blocker back in hand. He's going to go ahead and Rad Beam to stay nice and healthy. And then we're going to either play the Boa or the Law, trying to decide which to play here. We're going to go ahead and play the Law, bounce back the Buggy to hand, get an extra 2k, and bounce back his Tony Chopper. So he doesn't have any blockers now, and like if he was planning to do a big play this turn, now he really can't because he doesn't have any blockers on board and he's kind of exposed. Whereas if he was able to keep that blocker on board, he could play like a 10 drop here, an 8 drop, or one of those big plays without feeling too wide open. But now we have a pretty big board. He has no blockers on board, so he's going to have to replay either the Tony Chopper or risk a big counter attack here, unless he has 10 drop Doffy. If he has 10 drop Doffy, that is very, very good. But he does just have Zoro. Now this could be a problem if we are not able to remove it, if we are not able to kill him fast enough. The Zoro will destroy us. And I swear I'm playing 4 red rocks in this deck, boys. I swear I'm playing 4 red rocks in this deck. We have seen none of them in these 2 games where they could be so relevant. So we're gonna go ahead and swing for 7. Like the Tony Chopper not being on board here is fucking huge. We're able to pressure him so hard. And we have 10 Dawn up. He has 1 life. We have 3 good attackers, boys. You know what we're doing here. You know exactly what we're doing here. I'm thinking about it because we have so many cards in hand. Like we can drag this game out, but that Zoro is so scary. So we're gonna go ahead and swing 7 here, and he's going to he has to counter. Like there's no way he has. All right, you know what that means, boys. All in on face, 13k baby. Does he have it? If he does have it, you know, GG's, you win. Good game. But at this point, like, I'd already lost too much. We give him the GG. We end up taking it. He has a bunch of non-counter in hand, as green usually does. So yeah, guys, Doffy's done. Honestly, Doffy's done. If y'all don't think so, please drop your list. So I'll try it out. But I think he's done. I think he's cooked. I think it's over for him. I think he had his run. He had his time in the light, but it's over now. So thank you for making it to the end of the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And let me know if you have a better list. Drop it in the comments below. I'd like to see it work. I think it could be interesting to play the deck after the ban list, just to flex on people. But with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you have a good night, and I'll see you.